Hi there, this is Robin from Leapwing Audio, and we're here at NAMM today on Saturday with the wonderful Greg Wells. I don't think he needs an introduction. I think everybody knows his amazing work. He's a dear friend of us, and yeah, we're here to talk to him about his using our plugins and kind of your impressions, especially with the new Dyne 1.3. Like, do you have anything you want to add?
I mean, all I can say is that the Stage 1 and the Dyne 1 and now the Dyne 1.3 are on the mix bus of anything I work on. They really are. And I remember your very first email to me. You know, I think it's really important. I don't know how many people know this about Robin, but the way that you got this buoyant Leapwing up in the air was writing to people like me, and you just wrote this really nice, intelligent, respectful email. He's like, I've developed this thing. I think you might like it. It does this. And what it did, parallel multiband compression, I didn't really have anything that did that. So I was immediately, oh, this is a great idea. Clearly this person is smart. Clearly this person knows a lot about what they're talking about. I'll give this a go. And you made it super easy for me to try stuff. And you sent it to me right away. It was like instant response. And I tried it, and it was just badass. So helpful.
Thank you.
So helpful. And the new revision of it, you call it the Dyne 1.3, I find it even easier to use. It took me a second because I was so used to using the first one, but it took me a second to learn how it worked. And I swear there's even more zing to it. It sounds better to me.
That's what we wanted to hear.
Right, you weren't going for a worse
No.
sound.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of hours going into testing and trying and making sure it's better and trying to keep improving.
Yeah, please continue doing whatever you're doing.
Thank you,
Please.
thank you. And do you have any specific tips of a use that you used Dyne 1 or Stage 1 recently that is that you hadn't used before that's like, oh, I use it for this purpose to achieve this? Like, is there anything you would say that is...
Oh, yeah, all kinds of things. I mean, there's something about Dyne 1 used very sparingly, where for me it's mostly the original sound source. And then I like to link the bands and then just blend them in a little bit. There's something about that just puts me, I don't know, 3 hours further into the mix process. It solves so many things. It's such a brilliant concept, and I love when something, apparently, of course it's not simple at all, but something that feels simple and easy to achieve also lands at sort of a level of excellence. And that's the hardest thing to pull off, is simplicity done at a level of real excellence, you know? It's easy to get simple to be good. It's a little harder to get simple to be really good. But to get the highest ceiling of it is very difficult without it being very complicated. And you've done with both plugins, they both do that. It's just like, you know, I'm under enormous pressure when I'm working. I feel a great sense of responsibility to the people that have hired me. I feel a lot of responsibility. Responsibility to all my kids. I got 6 kids. I don't come from money. Like, this is all just me. I never know what my next job is. It's like it's got to just be helpful, whatever gear, whether it's software or hardware or instruments or a microphone or whatever. It has to help me get better results faster. And to me, that's the real hallmark of progress, that you get faster, better results. And when that first version of the Dyne 1 showed up, it was an instantaneous love affair for me. I've been doing this for a long time, so I can tell. I trust my speakers. I can tell when something is really like the real thing or sort of smoke and mirrors. And it was instantaneously the real thing. It was super helpful. Like I said, it's on both of those plugins. Every once in a while, I don't use the Stage 1 because I don't need to, but the Dyne 1's on everything.
Well, awesome. Couldn't ask for anything more. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for making this.
Thank you very much. Well, Thank you.
And cut.